everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Abdullah Al-Kamil and this video is sponsored by PDFElement. It is a PDF editor which I think is powerful, easy to use and intuitive. I'm gonna be reviewing the Mac version, but there is a Windows version as well. You can download PDFElement 7 from the App Store right now, and I highly recommend you do so. So in the next few minutes I will be talking about why I think this software is special. So editing a PDF file is a simple matter of drag and drop, and you can see how fast the file opens. And once the file is open, you will notice that all your edit menus are on the left side of the screen in a vertical toolbar. And this is, for me, is intuitive because once I click on a certain menu, I can get a sub menu there quickly that is available and easy to use. Okay, so we have markup menu, we have text, we have image, we have link, we have form, we have redact, which is blacking off certain sensitive words or numbers, and we have tool, which converting PDF to Excel or using OCR text recognition and other really useful tools. So using the markup menu here, we can see that we have highlight option, strike through, underline, pencil for freeform drawing, text box, text callout, shapes, text comments, sticky notes, stamps. As you can see here, it uses date and time dynamically, and as you can see, submenus expands as you use them, and that for me is ease of use and intuitive, because everything I need is just close and expands, and it's there. It doesn't disappear if I click some other place. So I like this setup basically. All right, and we have digital signature here where you can create your digital signature. So let's use the highlight and see what we get. So clicking on highlight here, we can as you can see here, you can see all the colors available to you, and once we highlight certain text here, we can close. And if you hover back with your mouse over the text, you can see that the border is now dotted, which means that the highlight that you made here is available for editing. So right click on the highlight, you will get the option to change the color dynamically, and also you get the option to if you go back, you can see that you have the option to delete the highlight that you just made. Now the same goes for the other options here as well. So moving on to the text menu, this is where you add or edit any text. Hovering over your mouse on any text, you will get a dotted line that shows you the boundaries of the text box. Double clicking on it, you get a cursor where you can start editing. And when you start editing, you will notice that the software detected both text color and font, and also the size of the text that you already have in your PDF. Now you notice here inside the text box we went vertically rather than going horizontally. I wished we had gone horizontally. That will make much more sense. And also, as you can see here, when you resize your text, you can see a guiding lines that shows you how to align your text box in relation with the page size. Adding an image is very straightforward. You click on the image icon here, you get a toolbar at the top, and you get an icon to add an image. When you click on it, you navigate to your picture and you click open, and once you get it, you will get this preview. Now until now I didn't choose where to put it, and this is nice preview that you get there to kind of remind you, okay, this is the picture that you took. And so this is where I'm gonna put it, and as you can see, this is too big for the report here, so I can resize it fairly easy. I can move it around in relation with what I have there, and that's it. This is how you add an image to your report. The next menu is how to add links to your PDF file. We have two options. The first option is adding a link to go to a certain page in our PDF file, which is this one. Click on it, and you need to click and drag to create a box here. And then you choose which page you'd like to go to when you click on this link and click Save. And it shows you here that this link goes to page 3. Alright, we can preview this, effect, and as you can see here, it sends us to take us to page 3. Adding a web page link, this is where you add it. Once you get it here, you create the same box there, and you write your URL and click Save, and that will save the link, and it will give you a preview here showing that this goes to this website. And when we hit preview, it will tell you that it's gonna open a web page. And when we open the web page, and as you can see here, it takes us directly to that web page. All right. The next menu is creating a form. We're not gonna look into this, but just know that you can create a blank PDF file, and then you start adding checkboxes, menus, radio buttons and normal buttons and signatures. Just a digital form where people can interact with it and later on print it. The next menu is Redact, and this is where, as you can see here, redaction allows you to permanently black out and remove sensitive content. Okay, so you can mark for redaction and then apply redactions, and then redactions are not applied permanently until you select apply redactions, and that's important to know. Okay, so when you click on redaction here, you get the menu at the top there. So mark for redaction pages, so you can black out whole pages, and mark for redaction by search and removing text. Okay, so we're gonna look at this simple one. So basically you click on it, you mark for redaction. So let's say I would like to remove my name, so I just click on it like this, and as you can see here, it's been redacted. I can see it if I hover my mouse on it, but it's redacted so nobody can see it. Now, until now, it's not applied, so you need to click on apply so the redaction is applied. So when I click on apply, it asks me, are you sure you're about to permanently remove all content, which basically is going to replace it with that black rectangle. Okay, so you need to be careful if this is really what you want and you have backup of your file. And once you hit OK, it gets redacted, and you're no longer able to see a preview of what's behind it. Alright, so this is just a quick thing, and the other options are you either can black out whole pages, or you can search for what to be redacted, okay, if you have a certain keyword. Moving on to the last menu, which is called Tool. It is divided into two parts. The upper part, these are all the options that can be applied to the current file. The other part, which is called batch process, this is basically when you have multiple files that you need to apply certain conversions or certain editing to. Starting with the upper part, we have OCR text recognition that we can apply to this file, but this is not a scanned document, so we're gonna try another file later on. So let's move on to adding a background. So to add a background, you click on add a background, and then you get this new toolbar here which says add background. You click on it, it will ask you to create a template, and when you click on this, you have the option to choose a certain color or an image or a PDF that you already have. We're gonna go with the color, and as you can see here, we need to choose our color. And when you select your color, you also have the option to select custom color. Okay, but we're gonna go with the already available colors here. So we select orange, but this is too bright, you know. We rather have it, you know, so we can knock down the opacity to 50% maybe, just to make it you know, light orange. Okay, and we hit save. Yeah, but nothing has changed. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to hit apply, and when you hit apply, it gets applied, and all your document now is you know, have the new orange background. So hit close there, and the next option is to add the watermark. When you click on it, you get the same toolbar, but this time the plus sign means to add a watermark. Same thing, you need to create a you know, template, and I'll choose text. You can choose another thing if you have a PDF or an image. Okay, we're gonna have it rotated by 45 degrees, and we're gonna put it in the middle of the page, and we're gonna have it appear behind the page, so text will, you know, override the word confidential. And also we're gonna go with an opacity of probably 35%, just to have it really light, and we hit save. And as you can see here, we still don't have it because we need to apply the changes. When we apply the changes, this is what you're gonna get. This is all done now. Okay, and the last option is for our last two options actually. So we have added header and footer. I think header and footer is the same way. So I like really that they streamline these processes. So I always expect that the toolbar will be the same as the other ones. So we have the option here to add header or footer. We create a template basically. And when you create a template, and you can actually create multiple templates for header and footer and all the other options as before, like the background and the watermark. Okay, so here, this is where you select which part of your header and footer is the one you're gonna be editing. So you have left header, center header, and so let's say that you know, the center header text. Okay, we're gonna just do just that. Okay, and there are some, you know, things that are available, like insert date automatic things, you know. So we're gonna say we're gonna insert date, and we can choose which format that we're gonna use. And as you can see, you have multiple formats. We're gonna go with this one, and we're gonna hit add. When we hit add, it gets added here. So okay, so once we add it, we hit save, and then we hit apply, and as you can see, we have now a header. The other option we have is to ability to crop pages. So if this is too big, I mean, we can crop it like that, and so you have to do it each page. As you can see, you have a preview here, so you need to do it for every page. And this is a navigation where it's gonna send you to the next page where you can make you know, a cropping. Now this is what I meant by intuitive and, you know, ease of use. I need to crop some pages, and it's given me the option to move to the next page exactly where I need it. All right, so I like that. Anyway, so this is how to crop pages. So I'm not gonna apply because I don't want to. Okay, so these are all the options available for the current file. Next, we're gonna look at how to do batch process. So to test OCR, we're gonna use batch process. We're gonna apply it for 4 documents. Okay, so we're gonna do batch process for 4 files at once. and the files are gonna be plain text like this, and all of these documents are scanned documents. Okay, so the first document is basically just text, and it's fairly good scan, and the other one is some sort of a table with numbers in it, and then we have a table with some images in it, like the flags here, and the last one is a very badly scanned, and tilted, scanned document, and see how much the software will get out of them. To run batch process, you need to have PDFElement opened, and from the toolbar you can see tool here, and you see batch process. And when you click on it, you will get a window here where you can select which batch process that you like to do. And since we have 4 files, it's probably better to combine them so they are in one file. And so we first thing, we create one PDF file out of the 4, and we select the files, and these are our files. We click open, and then we hit apply into single multiple file. Okay, yeah. Alright, and this is the destination folder. Okay, so now we have a combined file. Alright, and this is the file that we're gonna run OCR recognition, text recognition on. Okay, so we go back. You know what, we probably don't need, since it is combined in one file now, we can run OCR text recognition out of the file itself. So let's close batch processing here, and let's drag the combined file, and as you can see here, we have all the pages that are scanned. Alright, and normally it will the software will detect that these are scanned documents, and give you a button here that shows that asks you can use OCR. But since it doesn't, we're gonna go to tool, and then we're gonna ask us to do OCR text recognition where it can, and these are the options that we can customize, and most importantly is the language, of course, and we hit perform OCR. Process might take a little bit of time, because it tries to recognize text out of scanned documents, and after that we'll see if we are able to edit the text using the editing tool. Yeah, I'm especially interested to see how it's gonna work on the badly scanned copy, because it's tilted. It some words fades off into the margin, and that's gonna be tough. Yeah. Okay, almost done. Cool. All right, that was fairly quick, I would say, for a process that is sophisticated as this. Okay, so the OCR has been done correctly. We open the file. All right, look at that. All right, that's actually impressive. Okay. So the badly scanned documents, it was tilted, but now it is not. Now, for example, we can go back to window here, and we'll come back to combine the scanned documents here, and we can see here we can see that the word spreadsheets were not recognized correctly, although it did a fairly good job on the other stuff. So we can we go to text, so we can edit text, and man, yes, we can. So I can delete all of this now, and I say spread sheets. Okay, So there are some words that were not, you know, correctly recognized, but you know, there are few. There are few. If you compare, I mean, and if you look at the situation, I mean, how it was and how it became. So fairly good job. Especially with the addresses, I see that, yeah, most of them were done correctly. It's no longer tilted. Page is really good. Yeah. With some corrections to be made, of course. But, you know, it's great. All right, now if we look at a fairly good scan, you basically don't need to do anything. You can edit, but the text was, you know, recognized with some errors here. Okay, so there are some errors that could have been related to something that is not clear, maybe. Yeah, okay, citation needed here. So citation needed was not easily, you know, transcribed into the OCR. Yeah, but everything else seems okay. There's no errors, which is really good. Okay, so this is now the invoice that we had, a scanned copy. Now this is really important because you have maybe a scanned document that you'd like to make some changes to. So this is fairly good. I mean, it's the same. There's no errors here, no errors whatsoever. Okay, and you can edit. I mean, if you need to have a complete overhaul, maybe you'd like to add the text to it. Oops. Yeah, you need to expand. This is the same issue we discussed earlier. Overhaul final, maybe you would like to say. So you can add that to an already existing, you know, invoice or something like that. So it's fairly good. OCR is really nice. Only when it comes to images like this one, it doesn't seem to be working, you know, the way you imagine it to work. So there are some issues here, but the numbers are good, and you can edit them. So the numbers and the text is fairly good. So it was recognized, and so I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the accuracy of the OCR. It's been a while since I last used one anyway. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you with the OCR. I think we challenged the software, and you know, it came out really good. I would say. I mean, especially with the really bad scanned documents, it could get probably, I would imagine, probably 60% out of it, 60-70%. The other ones, though, with flying colors. Okay. So the last thing we're going to look at is how to export or how to convert PDF to Excel. And to do that, you need to use batch process as well. You cannot do it on a file that you have open. So we're going to do the conversion to this file, but we're going to use batch process. Okay. So when you go to tool here, and or you go to tool in the toolbar, you go to batch process. Okay. And from here you can choose, okay, so the first thing you have is PDF converter. So you can convert to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, EPUB, HTML, RTF text, or an image. Okay, so what we are interested in at the moment is to convert to Excel. Now the file that we have is maybe 170 pages. Just we're going to look at how fast the software does that conversion, and then we're going to look at the output file. Let's add the file. Yep. Okay, so we're going to hit apply, leaving everything to default. So we're going to convert this to Excel, and we're going to put it, so the destination folder, we're going to keep it the same as the original folder. and we see how long that's gonna take. Well, this feature is really important. I mean, especially, you know, sometimes if you're a data analyst or, you know, working with data in general, sometimes you get data as a PDF and there's no digital format other than PDF. Okay, so it was done. So opening the file in Excel, as you can see here, is is really impressive. I mean, you can see that everything is converted correctly, and there's nothing, you know, to complain about. And you can use these numbers directly in any of your analysis. So as you can see here, so OCR and conversion from PDF to Excel, PowerPoint, or Word, I mean, as long as you have a decent scan, you know, or, you know, a printout, you know, in PDF, that will definitely be, you know, converted with no issues at all. And as you can see here, I mean, all the numbers down to the decimal, they are there with the correct formatting, with everything as it is in the PDF. And that will save a lot of time for those working with numbers. Sometimes, you know, you get a PDF and you're asked to do some analysis on it. With this, I hope I gave you an overview of how the software works and its features. I do like the software because it's easy to use, intuitive, and lightweight, and covers everything that I need in a PDF editor. I don't know if your experience will be different, but it's easy to try yourself. I mean, you can download it for free and use it, you know, and feel for yourself, is it something that you like to go ahead with, or maybe you are, you know, comfortable with other products from other companies. But in any way, this was a sponsored video, meaning that they gave me a review copy for free to do this review, and I was skeptic at first, but then when I started using the software and saw what it can do, I thought I need to say something about it to my audience. So if you guys like this the software, just go ahead and download it. Let me know if you have any you know, questions, or you have any feedback. Thank you so much for watching.